to get going. Gotta catch those runners taking off like a Boeing. If the volume spikes, then it's time to trade. Mighty 90 setting up, it's time to get paid. Navigation trading on the mic, time to get focused. We don't need any indicator, hocus pocus. It's all about the price, just watch it move. Manage your risks so you don't lose. First hour of trading is all we need. Focus on the patience and forget about greed.
Good morning, everyone. Welcome to today's day trading live stream for Monday, April 20th. S&P futures only down 18. They were down as much as 70 I saw last night. NASDAQ is down 45. Russell is the weakest, down about 14. Dow down 156. Gold's down almost 1%. Silver's down almost 2%. Notes and bonds and yields all flat. Oil's up 4%. Was up more. Natural gas up 0.5%. Soybeans, wheat, and corn all plus or minus 0.5%. Euro and the pound are both tiny red, and Bitcoin's down 3%. VIX up almost 8%, getting a little Monday pump in addition to the little bit of a downside in the market. Hope everybody had a good weekend. Buy BTFD back in full force. Thought maybe we'd have a little bit of red today. Not so much. Not going to happen. I will be doing a 1 DTE Iron Condor near the open. We'll also be doing a 3-4 double calendar that I will plan to transform if possible. Biggest individual stock movers on my board. We've got a few that are just up like 1%. Ulta, AMD, SanDisk, Zoom, MU. Tesla's a little bit green. Biggest reds, Circle, BMNR, and MSTR, so the cryptos. Quantum computing names are a little bit red. Mag 7 chip stocks kind of plus or minus a little bit. The opening bell in about 30 seconds. Looks like the expected range in SPX about plus or minus a little over 36 for the day. Here we go. Here we go. So first thing I'm going to do is try to get this 3-4 filled. NASDAQ almost got up to going green, but got pushed back down. I just posted my 3-4. And my 1 DTE should be firing here shortly. There it is, right on cue. All right, 3, 4, and 1 DTE both posted. AMD showing a little bit of relative strength so far. Apple, Tesla just got pushed back down a little bit. MSTR is pushing above pre-market highs. Hood bouncing, PLTR bouncing. Tesla's trying to get back up. Apple's pushing to previous day high. AMD new all-time highs. Hood tried to go green. It's getting pushed back down. MSTR getting pushed back below pre-market highs. Apple still pushing. You cleared the cache? That always works for me. Huh. Yeah, I don't know, Elliot. The only thing I've ever done is cleared the cache. PLTR dipping back into the red. Meta falling below pre-market lows. MSTR popping back up. Bitcoin starting to bounce. S&P new high. NASDAQ a little bit lagging. Apple still going. If anyone's interested in Apple. I'm going to load up some Meta puts. I would use the 2 DTE. I would trade the 675s. Still going down though. Definitely showing relative weakness is Meta. Q's kind of rejecting down. S&P a little bit of a dip. Well, Meta never really gave an entry. Microsoft getting weak. Meta down to previous day low. I'm going to load up some puts in Amazon as well. 2 DTE. In Amazon, I would trade the 245s. So I'm going to watch Amazon. Tesla, big rejection. All right, S&P and NASDAQ kind of giving it up now. Apple is still holding strong. If we do start to rebound back to the upside, AMD is coming back to retest its previous day high. AMD would be the 4 DTEs, and I would trade the 285 calls. Watching AMD. Amazon just dropped again. See AMD kind of reacting off that previous day high. I'm going to take AMD. Filled at 653.
Order partially filled.
AMD had that initial
Order
relative
filled.
strength. Came back to test a key level. It's in all-time high territory. Put a profit target at 750 for my first profit target. All right, so MSTR dipped below pre-market highs. Now it's trying to reclaim. Tesla kind of fell apart. Intel's falling. Nice pop back up in MSTR. Apple still holding above previous day high. Hood back up through highs of day. Big banks are acting strong, although Bank of America is still red, but it's climbing. AMD little dip back to previous day high again. IWM pushing. IWM close to going green. MSTR just pushed through highs, about to go green. Hood is green. Meta pushed below previous day low and then bounced. Amazon trying to bounce a little bit as well. AMD reacting off previous day high again a little bit. Need to see that push back up towards highs of day. S&P pretty choppy. NASDAQ a little weaker, and Russell acting stronger. We do have some big boy earnings this week, including Tesla on Wednesday, Intel on Thursday, not much of a bounce yet out of AMD. AMD back down to previous day high. All right, I'm going to have to cut AMD if it doesn't bounce quickly. Yeah, I'm going to cut. Out at 515. NASDAQ put in a new low. S&P just super choppy. The 3-4 DTE already starting to show a little profit.
Order cancelled. Order partially filled. Order filled. Order cancelled.
All right, so a lot of chips kind of popped early and then sold off. Apple still holding. Meta, Amazon still weak. MSTR tried to go green, got rejected. Meta rolled over, made a new low. Starting to try to bounce again now. I need to see the S&P do something before I enter anything else. There goes Apple. Held and now pushing back up to highs. Still watching Amazon puts. It's right back at pre-market lows here. It's the 245 puts in Amazon is what I'm looking at. 2 DTE. Microsoft starting to bounce. Meta bouncing a little bit. Nice hundo. Yeah, Apple definitely showed that relative strength early, but just not a fan of trading Apple. S&P trying to get up to highs of its little consolidation. AMD kind of came back up and reclaimed its previous day high. Amazon's staying weak on this bounce. Watching Amazon puts. 245 puts. I'm going to take Amazon. Filled at 174 and 175. All right, let's see if we can get a new low out of Amazon here. I put a first profit target at $2 in Amazon. I'll probably move that down. No, I manually did the 3-4. I tried to use the bot a couple times, but I just didn't like the strikes that it chose with using Delta, so I'm just entering them manually. See that little question mark there, Krish? That'll tell you exactly what you need to know, my friend. I'll do a video on it a little bit later. Amazon, a little bit of a bounce. Apple still pushing. Russell went green. S&P getting close. AMD bounced, but now it's rolling back over. Meta, decent bounce. Microsoft, decent bounce. Two stocks that were showing relative weakness early. Need Amazon to stay weak here. Indices rejection would be helpful as well. AMD, big rejection, back down to lows. All right, I'm not going to give Amazon too much room here. AMD about to go red now. Watching Amazon to cut. Need Amazon to reject here. SPY a little dip, Q's a little dip, Russell a little dip. I need Amazon to dip. Yeah, I'm in the 245 2 DTE puts, Elliot. Apple still cranking new highs out. Netflix showing still weakness. Nvidia starting to reject. Tesla's kind of chopping near previous or pre-market lows. Microsoft, big bounce. Oracle, big bounce. Chip stocks acting weak. SMH is down. AVGO just broke new lows. So did MU, AMD. Bitcoin super choppy. I seen a little weakness come in. Netflix heading back to its low of day. I'm going to move my profit target in Amazon to 190. If it can crack low of day, would hit. Let's get a little flushy, Amazon. Just a little flushy action. Tesla heading back towards its low of day. Amazon almost down to lows. Microsoft looking like it just needed to flush lower before going somewhere to the upside. Amazon's dip getting bought up a little bit. Be back in 1 minute. Reminder, no power hour live stream today. And then we'll be back on track the rest of this week for full morning and power hours.
Order partially filled. Order filled.
Microsoft
Order
tried to go
filled.
green, got pushed back down a little bit. Amazon trying again for lows of day. getting close to transforming my 3-4, kids. Oh wait, I haven't put my order in yet. I'm going to go for 20 cents over. Come on, Amazon. Need a new low out of you, kid. You can do it. Apple's finally starting to dip a little bit. S&P, NASDAQ dipping. Barely green in Amazon. Just doesn't want to crack new lows. AMD still moving lower. Amazon right back up to pre-market high, pre-market low. All right, I got to be ready to cut Amazon again. If it doesn't get back down. Netflix staying weak, Tesla staying weak, Amazon's still staying pretty weak. Need these indices to put in new lows. Here comes Tesla. Tesla trying. Amazon, you need to follow your buddy Tezzy. PLTR back in the red. Just chop, slop. There goes Tesla, new lows. Nice drop in Tesla. Dark Avenger's already smoking dope this morning, I guess. Smoking the dope. Dark Avenger, you smoking the dope? All right, Amazon kind of bouncing back up. Got my order ready to cut. Such a tease, Amazon. All right, I'm going to cut. Out of Amazon, 143. Well, I'm gonna wrap the stream here, kids. It's just super tight range in the indices. Couldn't get anything going in AMD or Amazon. S&P's little dip just got bought up. Russell back to highs. All right, all. I'm gonna wrap the stream. We'll be back for I almost said power hour. No power hour today. But then we'll be back on regular schedule the rest of the week. But everybody have a fantastic rest of your day. We'll talk to you soon. Cheers.